Hey loves, and welcome to Heart Love Messages. My name is Crystal. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you are already subscribed here, welcome back. So just a quick message before we begin tonight's reading. I do have a few more openings for personal readings. If you feel called to receive a personal from me at this time, you can find all the information in the description box below, as well as in that very first pinned comment. Okay, but let's go ahead and get into it. I have a no contact message from your person. I'm going to be pulling from this deck here just to see how your person is currently feeling, how they are currently viewing you and or your connection, as well as any other important messages that they may have for you at this time. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get a very clear and concise message directly from their heart space. Okay, so the first message that we have is my heart only wants you. And there's a huge emphasis on the word heart. It's almost like Spirit is really focusing my attention on the word heart. So there's a masculine in your energy field, Divine Feminine, who's compartmentalizing. It's almost like their body or their physical person may be in one place, but their heart is still with you. And there's no shame in that coming from this masculine, okay? It's almost like their energy is coming through very bold or very matter of fact with this card here. So I don't know what specifically transpired between the both of you that led to this no contact period. Maybe they made this decision. Maybe this was a mutual decision. But what's clear here is that there is still a very, very powerful energetic link. And I have to be very, very honest. There's an energy coming through that I don't usually pick up on. I don't really like to tap into during readings. But I'm picking up on a heavy karmic energy. This could be an external energy. So I already know that this message is not going to be for everyone. This is for a Divine Feminine that is specifically in some type of third-party dynamic with a masculine. Because again, there is so much emphasis on the word heart, okay? So it doesn't matter if you haven't spoken to this masculine. It doesn't matter how much distance is currently between the both of you. This is someone that wants you to know that you literally still have their heart sitting in the palm of your hands, okay? The energy is very, very cut and dry. There's also something very raw about this message that I'm already picking up on. So only watch this message if you are in a place to hear the absolute truth. Okay, I may even have to put a trigger warning on this because again, I don't usually tap into karmic energy, external energy when it comes to masculine and feminine. But I have to be completely honest, it is coming through very, very strongly. What's also coming through clearly is that despite this external energy that's kind of spilling over into the reading already, you and this masculine have a very, very powerful link, okay? So this could be tapping into the history that you had with this masculine. It's almost like there was some type of spark that was initiated between the both of you. And it doesn't matter where the universe has led you at this current time, that spark is very much so still alive, okay? So you will definitely know if this is your message or not because I'm just picking up on heavy third-party energy, okay? Let's get the next message here. Okay, so the next message that we have is I didn't have a choice. Wow. Again, there's something very, very raw and really, really honest coming through with this reading. I'm not sure if you know this, Divine Feminine, but before meeting you, this masculine was under the assumption that they can turn their heart on and off anytime that they wanted to. It's almost as if they believe that when this connection ended, the love that they had for you, the way that they viewed you, the underlying energy of your connection would end as well. But they're realizing that while their body may be in one place physically, their heart is still with you. Okay, that is just coming through crystal clear. And what's making them feel like they've never had a choice is that this has never happened with any other feminine. This is someone that could shut off their emotions at will. This is someone that when a connection came to an end, it was genuinely the end for them. They didn't see any reconciliation in the future. This is someone that never doubled back for anyone. But when it comes to you, Divine Feminine, they're not in control, okay? So it's almost as if this reading is some type of deep soul confession. These may be things that your person are still trying to work out how to explain to you. And because there's distance, it's making this even more intense. So whether you know it or not, okay, you and this masculine may have called it quits on this connection. They could have walked away. For some of you, they could have ghosted you in some kind of way. Maybe you were put in a position where you had to walk away from this masculine. Either way, your person feels like they did not have a choice in how they feel for you. And I feel like this energy is specifically coming to you now, Divine Feminine, because maybe you've been picking up on this energy. Maybe you call for some type of confirmation to let you know that you're not crazy, that this is not all in your head, that there is still a very, very active energetic link. So if you have been picking up on that energy, you are 100% correct, okay? Let's get the next message here. Okay, so the next message that we have here is, I know what you're hiding. If you're resonating with this message so far, I feel like things are getting very, very interesting for your person behind the scenes. And particularly with this card here, I'm picking up on that external energy. So this could be tapping directly into the energy of the person that your person is connected to. Yeah, this is 100% third party energy, okay? So this can manifest in many, many different ways. This could be a dynamic that is casual. This could be a very serious dynamic. But what's coming through clearly is that your person is realizing a very, very stark difference between you and between this, whoever this external energy or person is, okay? They're realizing that when it comes to this type of dynamic, there are two types of feminine energies. Those that know that they're the one and those that don't. And clearly, whoever this person is knows that it's not them. It's you, Divine Feminine. So this card here is very clear. This person, this external energy, knows that your person is hiding their true feelings for you. It's obvious. It's in their body language. It's in their speech. It's in their eye contact. I feel like we all have been in those type of dynamics in our life before, where we meet someone, it could be casual, or maybe you actually start a connection with this person, but you can pick up on the fact that there is something missing, okay? That this person may be hiding something. Maybe you can't quite put your finger on it. In this instance, it's almost like it is blatantly obvious that your person's heart is somewhere else, okay? It's almost like they are a complete shell of themselves. They may be physically present, but their soul, their heart is definitely with you, okay? And maybe this person, this external energy, this third party, this feminine energy doesn't really know the inner workings, or maybe can't even put your face to your name. That's not what's important here. This is picking up on the underlying energy. The way that this is coming through, it is completely clear that your person is hiding something, and they're hiding you, okay? There's a very, very powerful energetic link that is currently spilling over in your masculine's world in a way that is readable and clockable to everyone that's close to them. I'm even getting that if there are certain family members that are familiar with you and this person being together, I mean, it is just so loud. And of course, they're not going to overstep boundaries and speak on this or say anything. But again, I'm getting something about the nonverbal cues. Their energy, their essence I just keep getting that they're a shell of themselves, okay? When you left Divine Feminine, or when you walked away, you took their heart with you, whether you believe it or not. I'm also getting that you receive a lot of supernatural signs, okay, about your person's mental and emotional process, about where they are emotionally. Almost like you can feel them, you can feel their emotional body. Wow. Let's get the next message here. Okay, so the next message that we have is no one else will tell you this. Wow. I'm picking up on that external energy again with this card. And honestly, this person's energy feels harmless, okay? This doesn't feel like a person who is abrasive, a person who is a troublemaker, but they are coming through as someone who is very, very observant, okay? But if you're wondering why this message had to find you in this way, it's almost as if this external energy is aware of two things at the same time, okay? They're aware of the fact that it's not them, okay? That your person's heart and mind and soul are literally sitting in the palm of your hands, right? But they also know that your person is not in the place mentally and emotionally to either present this to you or to be honest with you about this. So it's almost like their higher self is coming through to confirm what you already know to be true. So again, this message is very, very specific because I know that I'm tapping into a feminine who is very, very powerful spiritually, to the point where even someone else that is connected to your masculine, that you may not view as an ally or someone who would even have your best interest at heart, is coming through energetically to confirm what you already know to be true about your person, okay? So if you had any doubt that you and this masculine have a very powerful energetic link, that you are the divine feminine in their life, that you do hold a very, very powerful position in their life, there is absolutely no reason for you to doubt who you are. Because I have never seen anything like this before, okay? I usually don't even tap into this energy because my main focus here on the channel is to keep the energy sacred between a divine masculine and a divine feminine. So for this to come through and for me to get the green light from spirit to even tap into this, whoever you are powerful, okay? Your masculine is still in love with you despite this connection ending, despite them not speaking to you. I'm even getting, for some of you, you haven't spoken to this person in a very, very long time, okay? Even though this is confirmation for you, it's almost like you may kind of resist or reject this information initially simply because of everything that's transpired. But again, it feels like there is a reason why this information is coming to you now, Divine Feminine. But it's very obvious, okay? It's so obvious that even the person your person tried to replace you with can feel it. Because true love, like real love, a solid connection, a solid bond, you cannot hide that. And also, when it comes to a woman's intuition, there's nothing like it. So I don't know what your person is doing in this connection. Again, I don't know if this is something casual. I don't know if they're trying to fill the space. You know, the masculine energy can get very, very creative when their emotional body is directly affected. But they're not fooling anyone, okay? They are not fooling anyone. Wow. So with this card here, yeah, the energy is very clear. It's almost like this external energy is coming in to affirm you, because it's almost like no one else is going to tell you this. This masculine's family is not going to call you up and tell you. Their friends are not going to give you an update or tell you that they still have heart eyes for you, that they still ask about you, that everyone around them can literally feel that they're still in love with you. So I'm just going to be the one to come out and say it, okay? That's just how the energy feels. But wow, whoever you are, for you to be able to command truth, even from people who may not be on the same side as you, that's powerful. That is so powerful. Let's get the next message here. Major confirmation. The next message that we have is, I always knew the ending. Whoever you are, this is so specific. Okay? I feel like your spiritual team really, really wanted to get you this message, because it literally feels like this is reading into something deep, maybe something you haven't touched. This is extremely close and personal, okay? But I feel your person's energy coming through with this card here. It may be hard for them to admit this, but they did not see whatever it is that they're indulging in now. They didn't see this lasting long. And again, I'm picking up on that energy of them knowing the ending right at the beginning. It literally feels like the energy of a masculine who tried to replace you, who tried to replace your energy, and they failed miserably. It also feels like they only did this or made this decision because of where they were emotionally. Something happened. The way that this connection ended may have made it very, very hard for you and this masculine to have a talk or to lay everything out on the table. It's almost as if your person tried to fill the space, or they tried to go a different route. The way that they handled this is just very, very roundabout, because they didn't really solve anything, okay? They're walking around a complete shell of themselves, and everybody in their life knows it. You even know it, Divine Feminine, because you can feel it, because you have this energetic bond with them. You can pick up on your person's loneliness or their sadness. I'm even getting, for some of you, there's so much telepathic energy happening right now, specifically when it comes to like media. So like different movies or different songs, or it's almost like your person is sending you messages, or you're picking up on things that they would really find interesting or cool, or things that you would typically discuss, okay? This is a very, very powerful bond that I'm tapping into. And it's so powerful, it's like everyone else can see it. You left one hell of a mark on this masculine. You have imprinted them for life. So they could be at this place where they're creating a lot of false starts for themselves, because it's almost like they don't know what to do with all of this excess energy. So instead of sitting with their emotions, trying to really comb through what it is that they feel for you, picking up a phone and calling you or shooting you a text and telling you that they have all these unresolved emotions for you, it's almost like they're trying to find ways to fill the space. And in every single instance, they go into these situations already knowing the ending, already knowing that their heart is somewhere else. And whatever it is that they are indulged in currently, whoever this person is, they have one hell of an intuition, because their intuition is showing them so much, okay? They're picking up on a lot of red flags when it comes to your person's emotional state. They're realizing that your person is just not there, okay? So in a sense, it feels like this energy is mutual. Both parties know the ending. And again, this can manifest many, many different ways. Only take the energy if it resonates. This could be tapping into something super casual that your person has created. This could be something serious. This could be something long-term. Okay, this can manifest in many, many different ways, but the energy is crystal clear. Okay. Let's get the last message here. Wow. So the last message that we have is, you have no idea. And I'm kind of picking up on like this overarching energy. So this may be actually coming from your spiritual team, Divine Feminine. If you could be a fly on the wall in your person's life, I'm getting your mouth would be on the floor, okay? Nothing is what it seems. Maybe you still have some type of access to your person. Maybe you have visual access to them. Everything that you see is a facade, okay? This could be a masculine who's pretending to be happy. This could be someone who is really in this place where they don't know how to show up authentically when it comes to their emotions. Because their energy is coming through strongly with this, okay? I'm also picking up on this heavy, like meditative energy, this really like Zen state that your person may find themselves in when they think of you, when they think about your connection. What's sticking out to them the most, Divine Feminine, is they're trying to figure out why they still have so much access to you. This is something that makes them very, very uncomfortable. It doesn't really sit right with them. It's almost like they cannot focus on anything else when it comes to you. Because out of every other connection that they've indulged in, whether it was a long-term connection, a fling, something casual, whatever it may have been, it's hitting them that they have the most access to you. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, sexually, okay? So this is tapping into that energetic bond again. You have no idea how much this masculine can still feel you. This is something they really sit with themselves and meditate on because it never stopped. And energy is very, very real. You cannot hide energy. So your energy is showing up in places that it should not be right now, according to what your masculine is trying to present to the world. But I'm getting that there are people extremely close to your person that knows the truth. So again, for some of you, there may be a little bit of this resistance because of the way that your masculine is presenting, because of the way that things look, especially if you are in close proximity with them, virtually, if you have the same friend group. Okay, it's almost like your person is presenting in a way that may be very, very strange. And it's only because they have not sat with their emotions for you. They're too deep, they're too intense. Your connection is something that is going to take them some time to really, really digest. But your guides are coming through to let you know you have no idea how much your energy is literally all over this masculine's life, whether you believe it or not. For some of you, this will serve as a confirmation or some type of divine clarity around your heart space, around what it is that you're feeling towards this person. Maybe this is someone that you do want to speak to again, you do want to reconcile with. For others of you, I'm getting that while this may be a confirmation for you, you've already kind of made up your decision, okay? So this could manifest many, many different ways, but the energy is extremely clear, okay? And this message had to find you today. Doesn't matter what's going on with your person or where they are, their body is in one place, but their heart, their mind, their soul is still with you. And I feel like you had to find out in this way because there's no one connected to you that was going to tell you this message, okay? I'm also getting a really, really quick download about this Jupiter and Cancer transit that we're currently under. I feel like this is in alignment with that. Jupiter energy is about expansion, and Cancer energy is all about that fourth house energy, that home energy. So this is someone who's recognizing that you are their home, Divine Feminine, and they're mentally processing this. This energy does not feel very, very physical. It feels very analytical, it feels very reflective, and it feels very mental. But it definitely feels like they're going to have to make a decision soon because the people around them are beginning to pick up on all the things that they're not ready to say or they're not willing to say at this stage of their journey. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and end the reading here. If you resonated with this message, please be sure to hit the like button on your way out. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to head over to Patreon to continue the reading. This was a very, very interesting energy to tap into. I honestly don't know what else is going to come out from your person, from this external energy, from your guides, okay? So I'm going to head over there. If you want to join us for the extended, you can find the link in the description box below, as well as in that very first pinned comment. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.